Urahara's plan to counterattack the Quincy is finally coming to fruition in my review of Bleach Chapter 553. If there's one thing that the Pokemon Kyurem has taught me, it's that Ice Dragons kick a lot of ass. And Hitsugaya, he's all about the Ice Dragon this week. He actually gets to get his Bankai back, and we get to see him using it in ways we've never even seen before. But there's a lot of crazy developments this week. We finally get to see that the Shinigami are finally fighting back against the Quincy thanks to that secret weapon that was given to him by Urahara. Now, in last week's chapter, I made a very small mistake. At the end of last week's chapter, I thought that Kangdu was actually being attacked. What's really going on here is now that they've been poisoned, they're basically being poisoned when they're using their Bankai, and because of that, they cannot use them anymore, and they're being transferred back to the original people. And Hitsugaya gets his Hyorinmaru back, and damn, this thing looks awesome. Now, we've seen him use it in the past where he's had, like, the giant ice wings and everything, but you just gotta love that one giant panel where you see the giant Hyorinmaru right behind him, the giant ice dragon. It's clearly one of the coolest panels of this entire chapter, and damned if it wasn't awesome. One thing that caught me completely by surprise, though, is when we finally go back to BG9, we get to see that he's, like, sort of slowly picking apart Soifong. And boy, is he a freaky motherfucker. When they finally pan over to him, he's got all these tentacles exploding out of his body and everything, but finally, Omeda is able to get one of these pills. I know I undercut this character all the time. I know he's been helpful in the past, but still, it really is cool to get him to see him do this. The rest of the chapter is pretty much just pure raw action, getting to see Hitsugaya and Kangdu fight against each other, and it's all really intense stuff, just pretty typical stuff that we've seen from Bleach, a lot of hand-to-hand combat, a lot of sword swinging, but it's all really fast and really fluid and really explosive. However, things get really icy towards the end when Hitsugaya is able to take out Kangdu. He actually seals him within this, like, giant, like, ice cross. It's pretty friggin' awesome, and all of a sudden you just realize how awesome Hitsugaya looks with the ice coming over his face. He has, like, these, like, dragon horns made of ice. Just his entire design is what really made this chapter for me. I'm a huge fan of dragons, so just getting to see this was really awesome, and Hitsugaya is obviously a fan favorite of the series, so you know all the Hitsugaya fans are probably just exploding with happiness today. But this was a really fun chapter, and it's just great to see that the Shinigami are going to actually be able to fight against the Quincy, and it looks like Urahara's plan is going to work. For how long is it going to work, though? I don't think the Quincy's are just going to let them roll over them like this. There's probably going to be some sort of alternate plan, but I don't even know what that's going to be. All I know is it's just good to know that they're going to be able to stand some sort of a chance, but there's still a ton of other fights to see that are going on right now. I still want to know what's going on with Hoshwolf and Shunshui, and not to mention Ichigo. Where the hell is the main character? I want to see him do something with his brand new swords. But otherwise, this was a Hitsugaya chapter that people are going to love. Omeda really caught me by surprise. The artwork was pretty good. There was a lot of really solid action. If I only had one minor complaint, it's that I wish some of the action was a little easier to see. Some of it mostly is just the big typical Kubo, big wide explosion type stuff. But for the most part, you can follow everything and it all looks really fun, fluid, and awesome. And that one panel with Hitsugaya with the dragon behind him, clearly one of the coolest things I've seen in the series. So, because of that, I'm going to give this week's chapter a 9 out of 10. Pretty solid chapter of Bleach. A lot of cool action that the Bleach fans, I'm sure, are going to enjoy. So make sure and check it out. So there it is, guys. That's my review of Bleach Chapter 553. How did you guys feel about this week's chapter? Did you have any favorite moments? Did you love seeing that big dragon panel? You can let me know with your comments below. Remember, guys, before you leave, make sure and give this video a thumbs up. Absolutely one of the best ways to support our videos. That, and you can see what else we have right up top. So, I will see you next time, guys. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.